Okay, so hello, Stuart and Mike. Nice to meet you. First of all, I would like to ask you one thing about your kind of music, because it really sounds American, and but you're from Wales, yeah. And how did you come out in this English musical scene? Because it sounds so different from your style.
I just think, we grew up listening to a lot of American bands. A lot of our kind of big influences was like American punk bands and American metal bands and stuff. So I think we just kind of, it's funny because when we go to the States, they think we sound British. So it's kind of like, I think we just took our influence from that, mixed it with kind of like the British bands that we grew up listening to as well. We grew up listening to like a lot of British pop music and a lot of
Jam, The Police, Duran Duran.
Like Joy Division, all of these, The Clash, like all of these classic, amazing British bands, and we mixed that with like American punk rock and American thrash metal.
Okay, thank you. I saw your performance before, and I think you're really great on stage. And I know that you're famous for your live shows. And I know you play with before Linkin Park, Metallica, and many other groups. And how did you get there? And how do you feel to play with such great bands?
I mean, it's always an honor to play with bands like that. When we toured with Metallica, I mean, that was a band that inspired me to play guitar when I was a kid, and grew up loving their music. I still listen to their music now. So for us, when we got a chance to tour with them, even though it was maybe not the best tour for us to be on kind of musically, it was an opportunity for us to play with our heroes, which you can't turn those down.
That's the moment in life, isn't it?
Yeah, when you get an opportunity to play with people you've looked up to, your entire life, musically, and you definitely got to take those opportunities.
Do you have any rituals before go on stage?
Go on.
Not so much rituals. We always usually get together, and we're always in the dressing room together, and
Usually put bad rap music on.
yeah, we usually
Like just anything ridiculous. We just prat around and just make stupid noises. And
we just ass around and just I don't know, just trying to, like, for us playing live is all about having fun, so I think we just try and get in the mood to have fun before we go on stage. So whether that's all of us just joking around listening to music, or maybe doing a couple of shots or something, it's anything to kind of get us in the mood to go and have fun when we play.
I know that at the very beginning of your career, the magazine Kerrang saw you and noticed you and bring you to London for your big first gig.
Yeah.
And how did it get?
I don't know. I mean, I think they just heard of us somewhere. I think like we were, we played some shows in Cardiff, in Wales, and I don't know. I think the word spread down to them, and they asked us to play this show, and it was, that I don't know. It's just.
Well, I think
just
someone was at the show that worked for Kerrang. I knew someone who worked at Kerrang, and that's how anything happens. You just play enough shows that luckily someone will turn up and tell their friends. And that's what it's all about. That's how you did it back then. Maybe it's different now. Yeah.
And how do you create your songs? I mean, you work all together, or everyone think about something and then go to the others and say, try to listen to this. And
Correct.
Yeah, all of the above. Oh yeah, all of the above is. Each song is different, Like sometimes we'll have a song which all of us will write together in a room, and it'll just kind of happen and grow, or maybe one of us will write a whole song and by themselves and bring it and play it to everybody else, and then we'll either keep it as is or we'll rip it apart and take parts from it. It just, whichever way works, and it changes for every song pretty much.
what inspired Weapons, your last album?
We tried to be inspired by nothing. We tried to just not go in, you know, when we started writing it, we tried to not have a plan, and just see what we naturally wrote, you know. And because when we did our last album, The Betrayed, we purposely wrote a heavier album, and when we did the album before that, Liberation Transmission, we purposely wrote a poppier album. But with this one, we were just like, let's just see what happens, you know. Let's just all get in a room together and write some songs and see what comes out. So we tried to not kind of, well, me personally, I can't speak for anybody, everybody else. I think you're speaking for everybody. But we tried not to like be influenced by anything else, and just kind of be Lost Prophets and be ourselves, and write a Lost Prophets album.
Would you like to explain to me and to our audience how do you feel like when you're on stage? Because I mean, it's really wow.
It depends, you know. It depends from different shows, you know. Like, but ultimately, like I was saying earlier on, you know, we just try and have fun. We try and have fun amongst ourselves, and we try and get the crowd as involved as what we possibly can, you know. And it's
we like to entertain people, basically, you know. Like you said, we like to have fun. Like, a lot of bands can just take themselves too seriously, and we just like to just go on and just, it's a party, you know. It's just that's what Lost Prophets is, you know. It's, you know, we try not to exclude anybody or anything. It's just,
yeah, there's no like, oh, we're the band and we're on stage and all of that. It's just like everybody's the same. Everybody just, you know, everybody goes to see bands to have a good time. So we just try and have a good time, and we try and make the crowd have a good time. So if the crowd's having a good time, then we're having a good time. If the crowd's miserable, then we're miserable.
Hope it not happen. So I have this stupid question, but I have to ask you, because I know that you're from Pontypridd. Yeah, that is the same city where Tom Jones of Tom Jones, and so do you know him, or I don't know, it really, you know, you feel that he is from your city, you feel that he lived there?
You know what, like,
you definitely felt the presence of Tom.
Yeah, when you walk into our town, you feel the big aura of Tom Jones. Yeah. As you drive into our town.
Feel the Tom Frog.
Yeah, it says welcome to Pontypridd, and then, you know, there's like women throwing knickers everywhere or whatever. But no, I mean, you know, like I think he had long left Pontypridd by the time that we kind of grew up. But like my grandparents were from, because he was from a village in Pontypridd called Treforest, and my grandfather was from the same village, so my grandfather grew up knowing him. Like he knew who he was. He lived like 3 streets over from my grandfather. So my grandfather would always tell me stories about how much of a shithead he was when he was a kid. Yeah.
Yeah, but the good thing with having someone like Tom Jones in a small town is it proves that you can get out. You know what I mean? So, you know, it was good to have like a beacon of hope. You know what I mean? Because there's nothing else. There's no scene in Pontypridd. You know, you had to go to London, you know, to be part of a scene, or to a small extent Cardiff at that time. But it was really good to have someone who was, you know, massive from your hometown.
Just proved that it didn't matter where you're from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you've got a talent or whatever, then people recognize it. So.
Yeah, you're definitely right. So, guys, thank you for the interview. Can I ask you just one thing? Can you see inside this and say ciao to our audience, ciao to coming soon, or hi, or whatever you want from Lost Prophets?
Yeah. Hey, what's up? I'm Mike.
This is Stu.
Hey. And thanks for checking us out on Coming Soon. We're in Lost Prophets.
Cool. Thank you, guys.
No problem. Thank you.